Since James Cook has joined the team, it's been excellent. You know, he's brought a new energy to the camp. He's not overwhelming. That's what I like about him. And you know, he's a friend. So I've known him for a long time, and he just brings, you know, something different to the team, which is good.
James Cook, from a British and European champion. My position in the team is just to correct them when something goes wrong, basically. If they can do this better, that's it. Tunde phoned me, actually said I was looking for an experienced eyes in the team, you know, me with experience, you know what I mean? So for them to consider me, you know, to come, you know what I mean, and accept my rules that I will shout when I want to, and if I see something wrong, I'll tell them, and they're quite happy with that. That's it's been.
Sure.
I feel like everyone's a lot more switched on. Again, we still laugh and joke and we enjoy our job, but at the same time, there's been a lot more focus on working on things. There's been a lot more focus on, you know, different techniques and power punching, speed, and again, tactics. So it's been good. The little things that James saying to me is just, again, what he brings to the team, and that's having another eye. And you can call it an outside eye. It's not really an outside eye, it's just a second opinion. You know, he's noticing things that I'm doing that are not good, and he's noticing things that I'm doing that are good that I can add on to. So again, if he notices I'm doing something good and I'm changing it, he says, go back to doing that, because that's working, and then add this onto it. So again, he's very experienced. You know, he got to a very good level in boxing himself. So he sees, and he's someone that, he said he really likes my style and stuff anyway. So it's just little tweaks, so it's been good.
He's been good, he's trained, he's listening to mistake. When I think it's a mistake, I'll call Tunde or Anthony or whatever and say, try that, do that, or this is what you do after that. And he's quite happy, and you know what? He's quite happy to learn. He'll come and ask questions, and if I tell him anything, then he'll try it. And yeah, so it's been good, you know?
To have someone so experienced like James with us now, I think it has already improved Anthony, because he's literally going to James now. We're very similar in the sense that we soak up knowledge, you know, and then having James looking at things from a different perspective, and then Anthony adding that into his game. It's a blessing. It really is a blessing. And I can't wait for July the 10th for Anthony to put some of these changes into practice.
It's just work rate. It's no secret. We learned from watching Fred Mayweather. That's something he used to do in a lot of his training sessions. Boxing is built on imitating and emulating the past champions, and then adding your own spin onto it. So again, that's something that he done for a reason, and I see the benefits in doing it. I have upped my running. I've even added on going football more often as well, because that's a different type of running. And all the legendary champions before me spoke about road work, whether that's on grass or whether that's on concrete. Running is very important, and for me it's especially good when you do it after a workout, or on the day you're doing recovery, go for a slow, long jog. The new bit of equipment that we brought into camp, that's something I've seen a lot of legendary champions use. Canelo, I see him using it a lot. A lot of Mexican fighters use it for power punching, and I see why. Andy Ruiz, he uses it a lot. Javante Davis, I see him using it recently. And again, when you're a power puncher like myself, it's about putting your punches together and you know, working on little things, because when you're in a fight and you go into pilot mode, you have to make sure you're throwing them power punches correctly. So I think that's what it's mainly for, but I like using it. Surprisingly, we don't spar as much as we used to before. We used to spar a lot, but now we're sparring specific, which has been good. We spar a lot of rounds still, but there's a lot of working on things and sparring, instead of just sparring, and then working on maybe fitness and combinations. We're working on specifics and implementing it in sparring, whether that's tactics or, you know, drills even. But yeah, it's been good, man. Sparring is basically practicing what you're doing with gym work. So it's been good. It's been very, very good. It's just about fight night, preparing yourself for fight night. So when fight night comes, that's another mode you have to go into and another focus you have to tap into. So again, that's what I'm looking forward to fight night, because that's when you implement all the training you've done and going out there and performing. I think I'll feel happy to see a crowd again, to hear noise, to have an atmosphere back. That's, for me, that was the best part for me in terms of performing and boxing. Having a crowd, you know, walking out, seeing familiar faces, seeing crowds, seeing people pumping their fists, seeing some people giving you evil eyes. It's all part of the atmosphere. Part of why I wanted to start boxing was when I used to watch Mike Tyson, I saw the crowds. It was very intimate. Maybe not as big of an arena, but there was so much people packed into one space, and it just looked electrifying. So when that got taken away, it just seemed like he was in a gym. It was a weird feeling. Obviously, we're not out of that yet, but it's better. At least we got 1,000 people in attendance, and I'm looking forward to entertain. The message to my fans and supporters is always going to be thank you. Because without fans and supporters, entertainers are nothing. And everyone knows that's what I am. I love to entertain. And for me, it's, you know, thank you for the people that went out and got their tickets straight away. Because again, once Boris Johnson made an announcement, the capacity went from 5,000 to 1,000. So that was a drastic drop in terms of people in attendance. But I know there will still be people tuned in on BT Sports. So my message to the fans and supporters is a big thank you.